Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Craig from Tactical Inquiries. I wanted to talk about some European firearms tonight. Now, this is where I have to come clean with you. We're not talking about these European firearms. I know, I bait and switched you. I feel awful. We're talking about something much worse. We're talking about Berettas. Not the ones you've heard of. At least if you're an American, you probably haven't heard of these. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Berettas. I shot an M9 in the military a little bit when I had the opportunity because I was with a military police unit for a while and I would shoot their qualification with them. And I really like Beretta shotguns. In fact, some would say that Beretta has the best shotguns in the world. I don't know if I would agree with that, but I love mine. It's a very nice shotgun. Shoot a lot of sporting clays, skeet, trap with it. I take it hunting occasionally. Works great. But these, at first glance, might appear to be miniaturized M9s. And in a way, they kind of are. You can tell when you pick one up that they very much share the lineage of an M9. But these are in smaller calibers. This is a Beretta 85 BB and 380 ACP. Has an 8-round magazine. It's single stack. This is a Beretta 81 BB and 32 ACP with a double stack magazine. Has a thicker grip profile to accommodate the double stack. However, these are both quite comfortable in the hands, especially if you have larger hands, like me. Good for gripping dongs. So you're looking at these and you're thinking, why do these exist? Well, 32 ACP used to be extremely popular in Europe. So popular it even started a world war. 380 ACP was somewhat less popular, but quite widely used. And so these were the mainstays of these were the service pistols of many police agencies in Europe for a long time. In fact, this Beretta 81 BB was surplused out of the Italian Forestry Service. Got a good price on it because they no longer wanted it. They're fun little collector pieces. I really enjoy having these. And what you're thinking is why? Well, back before everything became a polymer-framed, striker-fired 9mm pistol, there was a little bit of variety out there. And this is what you got. I really like these. Very similar to a Beretta M9. They have a double action trigger pull. Feels pretty good, very smooth, Beretta-like. And then, after that, you have a single action trigger pull. Both of these pistols are quite identical in their trigger pull. In fact, I believe many of the small parts are probably interchangeable. The biggest difference between these and a Beretta M9 is there's no decocker. Now, there is a safety catch. If you want to decock the unsafe way, you can chamber around, thumb the hammer, and lower it down safely, and it will not fire. That's quite easy to do. You catch the hammer with your thumb, pull the trigger, release the trigger, and then lower the hammer down. It will not go off at that point. You could let it slam down once your finger is off the trigger and it won't fire. It's a little bit of a workaround, but the internal mechanism is probably similar to a decocker pistol. It just has no decocker. These have an ambidextrous safety lever also. This is on fire, obviously. This is safe. And that's on both sides. Cool little pistols. I enjoy shooting them. They're direct blowback, so the 380 pistol is a little snappy, even with a steel frame and steel slide. But it's perfectly adequate. These are both reliable pistols. They might make a good little, I don't know, drop gun, shower gun if you keep it in a little Ziploc bag or something. I don't know. Like I said, reliable. The price was right. I enjoy collecting firearms, so these were a neat buy for me. I think I probably prefer the 32 more. The heavy steel frame, even in direct blowback. The tiny 32 caliber pistol cartridge, very mild recoil. You can really bear into this and rip some rounds off, and you won't really feel much recoil. Very easy to control this 32. More interestingly, and this is, once again, something that you've probably seen if you're a fan of European pistols, your traditional style pistol is going to have a 3-dot sight arrangement, 2 in the back, 1 in the front. You know the deal. That was an HK P30 for those of you keeping score at home. These have a 2-dot setup, some call it a lollipop dot, some call it an eye dot, but there is a single centered dot in the groove, or notch in the back, and there is a single dot in the front. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you're used to it, it shoots like any other pistol. Don't let your iron sights hold you back. That's probably what Gaston Glock said, since they still use god-awful plastic factory sights on their pistols. So if you see one of these old Beretta direct blowback mouse caliber pistols, and you're curious, buy it. I got these pretty cheap. If the price is right, you should pick one up and play with it, and if not, you know, nothing lost. Sell it to a friend, sell it to an enemy. You're cursing them with a pasta blaster. I don't really like owning Italian guns. I'm pretty sure that owning a Carcano gives you med-resistant AIDS, but these pistols are cute, so I keep them around. Definitely very similar to the M9, though, in lineage. If you've handled an M9 and you pick one of these up, you'll immediately be able to feel the similarities. So, if you like mouse pistols and you don't mind pasta, check them out. Have a good night, everybody.